algebra students. This lesson is on solving multiple step equations. Now, you've already solved 1 and 2 step equations, and now there's only one step added to that. And that's the very first step, which is simplify both sides of the equation. Alright? This is key to do. Simplify the left side and the right side, which means you distribute on each side if necessary, and combine like terms on each side if necessary. Once you simplify both sides of the equations, then what we like to do is move the variables to the left and the constants to the right. Now, as you get better, you can move the variables to a different side, but when we get to inequalities, I think it's easier to know to move the variable to the left and constant to the right. Now, when we do that, we are undoing any addition or subtraction in the problem. Well, once we undo or move the variables to the left and constants to the right, then we only have one step left, and that's to undo multiplication or division. So, let's look at some examples here. Now, example 1. If I look, I have no distributing or combining like terms on the left side, and I have no distributing or combining like terms on the right side. So now I can move on to step 2. On the right side, I have this variable that I want to get rid of. How do I get rid of it? Since it's positive, I'm going to subtract it. I need it to add up to 0. Well, if I subtract it from the left side, right side, I have to subtract it from the left side. Well, what's the like term on the left side I can combine or line it up under? That's the 3x. Now, at the same time, I like to do the constants. I have to get rid of this constant here. Well, since it's linked by subtraction, to get rid of it, I add it. What's the like term on the other side I can line it up under? The 15. So now, all I do is add or subtract vertically. 3x minus x is 2x. See your 11s or 7s equals 15 plus 7 is going to give me 22. Oh, now I only have one step left, and that's to get rid of the 2. Since it's linked to x by multiplication, I get rid of it by dividing, and x is equal to 22 divided by 2 is 11. Now, in example 2, if I look at the left side of my equal sign, right, I have no distributing to do, but I do have two like terms that I can combine. So I'm going to go ahead and combine those to get 5x plus 3x is 8x. I cannot do anything with the 50 yet, so I bring it down, equals. I have no simplifying on the right side that's necessary, so I bring down the 30. Now, my left side simplified and my right side simplified. If I look at the variables, are all of them on the left side of the equal sign? Yes. If I look at my constants, are all of them on the right side? No. I have to get rid of this 50 here. Since it's linked by subtraction, to get rid of it, I'm going to add it. That will eliminate the 50 from the left side. But what I do to the left side, I have to do to the right side. So I go ahead and add the 50 to that side. I bring down my 8x. I bring down my equal sign, and 30 plus 50 gives me 80. Now what do I do to get x by itself? I divide by 8. X is equal to 80 divided by 8 is 10. And I am done. Number 3. I look at my left side. I have no simplifying to do. The right side, no simplifying. Now if I look at my right side, I have a variable that I have to get rid of. This 3x. How am I going to get rid of it? By subtracting it. What is the like term on the other side I'm going to line it up under? The 9x. On the left side, I have this constant to get rid of, 15. Since it's linked by addition, I'm going to subtract it. What's the like term I line it up under on the right side? The negative 21. Now, these 15s will eliminate, and these 3x's will eliminate. 9x minus 3x will give me 6x equals. When I combine these, I have to keep track of the signs. Negative 21 minus 15 gives me negative 36. Now, I divide by 6, and I get x is equal to negative 6. Number 4. First thing, if I look at the left side, I see parentheses. How do I get rid of those? I'm going to go ahead and distribute this too. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 5 is positive 10. Now, the right side I have no simplifying to do. So if I look at the left side and right side, do I have any like terms to combine? No. At this point, I treat each side independently. So now, on the right side, I have to get rid of this 4x because I want all my variables on the left. How do I get rid of it? I subtract 4x from that side. I do the same thing on the left side, but I line it up under its like term, which is the 2x. Now the constant I have to get rid of on the left side is 10. How do I get rid of it? Since it's linked by addition, I subtract it, line it up under its like term. And now, these eliminate, these eliminate. I go ahead, negative 2x, or sorry, 2x minus 4x would give me negative 2x equals negative 10 minus 10 is negative 20. Now, how do I get rid of this negative 2? Since it's linked by multiplication, I divide, and x would give me negative 20 divided by negative 2 is positive 10. If I look at number 5, I see parentheses on each side of the equal sign, which tells me I know I'm going to have to distribute. So, I go ahead on the left side, distribute the 5. 5x, and then 5 times negative 12 is going to give me minus 60, equals, distribute the 3, and I get 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 4 is plus 12. Now, do I have all my variables on the left? No. How do I make that happen? Well, I get rid of this 3x by subtracting it since it's positive. Line it up under the like term on the left side. Do I have all my constants on the right side? No. How do I get rid of this negative 60? Well, I undo the subtraction by adding 60. Add 60. Now, 5x minus 3x is 2x equals 12 plus 60 gives me 72. My final step is to get rid of this 2 by undoing multiplication using division, and I get x is equal to 36. Okay? Now, the next example. Do I have any simplifying on the left or right side to do? No. But I do know that I got to get rid of this negative 3x and bring it to the left side. I'm going to do it by adding 3x. Line it up under its like term. How do I get rid of the 13? Since it's negative 13, I add it. Line it up under its like term. And now, 7x plus 3x gives me 10x. Those eliminate, equals. Those eliminate. 7 plus 13 is 20. When I divide by 10, I end up getting x is equal to 2. Alright. Now, the next few examples here. Number 7. When I look at this, the first step I have to do is get rid of these parentheses by distributing. 2 times x gives me 2x. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Since I'm not distributing to 3x, I bring it down. Then I have my x minus 16. Now my next step is to look at the left side. Do I have any like terms on the left side to combine? Yes. Remember, I'm treating each side of the equal sign independently right now. So, 2x plus 3x gives me 5x. Is there anything on the left side I can, combine with the negative 8? No, so I bring it down. Now, on the right side, I have no simplifying to do, so I bring down the x minus 16. Now, I bring the variables to the left by subtracting x, constants to the right by adding 8, and 5x minus 8 gives me 4x. Those eliminate, equals negative 16 plus 8 is negative 8. Now, I go ahead and divide by 4, and I get x is equal to negative 2. Now, this next example. On the left side of this equal sign, first thing I have to do is distribute the 10. 10 times x gives me 10x. 10 times 5 gives me plus 50. But I also have to distribute this 4 on the left side. So positive 4 times x gives me plus 4x. Positive 4 times negative 5 is negative 20 equals 2. Now, I go to combine like terms. 10x can be combined with the 4x. 50 can be combined with the negative 20. Remember, I'm combining like terms because those like terms are on the same side of the equal sign right now. I'm not undoing operations yet. 10x plus 4x is 14x. 50 minus 20 is plus 30 equals this 2. And from this point, when I look at both sides of my equations, I already have all my x's on the left side. But do I have all my constants on the right side? No. So, oops, it's supposed to be 2. So, to move all the constants to the right side, I have to subtract this 30. When I do that, I bring down my 14x, those eliminate, equals 2 minus 30 is negative 28. Now, one final step, divide by 14, and you get x is equal to negative 28 divided by 14 is negative 2. So, solving multiple step equations should be fairly straightforward as long as you know how to simplify each side of the equation. Once you know how to do that, moving the variables to one side, constants to the other, and then go ahead and undo multiplication or division, just follow the steps and you'll be okay. Try the following problems on your own. Good luck.